Wow, chicken, wow, wow. What's going on, people? What's going on? You are now tuning in to the six-man convo. Let's go.
It's K-Styles. What the hell just happened? I was just talking to you.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. There we go.
I had to give y'all a little Pootie Tang imitation there right quick. As we already know, man, this is the six-man combo. I am your host, the six-man K-Style. And to my stage left, as you already see it, in Bulldog apparel, Mr. Mad Mike Sports. Ooh, yeah.
Oh, reminds me. You just reminded me. I gotta make a Bulldog one. I guarantee you it won't be no fucking sticks and bending on the back, okay?
Don't start that now.
No, I got to. I mean, the fuck? I wouldn't be me if I didn't do that shit.
Man. There you go. Like I said, as you already know, man, we're going to kick this off right, man. We're going to kick it off with the Mike. What we're going to kick it off with? We're going to kick it with the roll call.
Really.
And today's roll call, we're going to kick it off
Hey, Nathan Floyd, if you don't want no your mama jokes, I suggest you take that back with the quickness.
We got Joseph Thorpe.
I'm talking about this right here.
Hey, you know, that's when you know when somebody ain't trying to do shit like, hey, homie.
Hey.
We got Darnell, Mr. Adams Fields. We got Big Ant in the building. Edward Wharton, Sonya, Nathan Floyd, D. Sloan, King Quest. We got God's Wonder, Smoke, Mucho, Grundy, Chandrell Walton, Twan McGee, D. Coleman, Nathan, like I said, Nathan Floyd, Kenneth Lewis. I see what you're doing. Man, please don't start that. We ain't trying to go down that road already. We try to have a good show. we got the therapist ATL and ATL Leo in the building. So we're gonna go ahead and D. Coleman talking about I got a blood and a crip on my screen.
Man,
I ain't stunting y'all. I ain't stunting y'all.
Have all that, cuz. You can have all that, cuz.
Boy, hell nah, I ain't finna be imitating shit.
What up, blood? What up, cuz?
Man, we gonna cut the music off right here now. We cutting that shit off right now. We already got the low riding music going on with it. But all right, man. So enough for the shenanigans, man. We gave y'all a little shenanigan entertainment, inadvertently and on purpose. Let's go ahead. Talk about Karip and Suwoo. Like, Suwoo. career. I
What
don't
the
want
hell?
look. Exactly. All right, so let's go ahead and get right into the business, man. I want to know how everybody's doing today. Make sure everybody's having a good day. Appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Let's go ahead and kick this off with a little bit of Falcons news, as we already know. High quality H2O. Jerry Gray is now the new DB's coach slash assistant defense coordinator slash basically he's him right now. And for me, I am a fan of this move, not only because you're getting a guy who has coached up some pretty good DBs, not only with Green Bay, but he has the familiarity with Arthur Smith, with his time in Tennessee, and like I said, and from the direction that the Falcons seem like they're going, is they're trying to shore up the defense on all three phases. I'm gonna go ahead and D. Coleman got it right. Nelson got the front. Gray got the back, and Frank Bush got the middle. So, and all these guys are like very familiar with each other, so it's going to work in cohesion. So, for further detail, I'm gonna pass the mic on to my brother Mad Mike Sports. What's up, Mike? Go ahead and kick a little knowledge on this move in your eyes.
As I'm proceed, yes indeed. Let me say this about this guy and Jerry Gray. I want to read a couple of things. First of all, you look at him, he's a former first round pick himself. Okay. And for the most part, everywhere he's been a DB guy. All the way from SMU to Green Bay, Minnesota, Tennessee, the Seahawks in 2010. He's been that guy. And if I'm not mistaken, I want to see something before because I think this may be very important. Okay, so not only is he a DB guy, but you look at Jerry Gray. He was with the Seahawks in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, when did they get Earl Thomas? When did they?
I think that was 2009-ish.
Okay, so all right,
Nah,
this is really.
I think it was 2010.
2010.
I think Earl Thomas came before Cam Chancellor and Richard Sherman.
He did.
So they went back-to-back years.
All right, so me personally, I said this year that I was underwhelmed by Richie Grant and Jalen Hawkins. Mm-hmm. And being that he was the guy in 2010 that was with Earl Thomas.
Right.
So he coached Earl Thomas. Richard Sherman came and he ended up going to, was it Tennessee the following year? I think he went to Tennessee the following year.
Okay. Yeah, I got it right. Tennessee, right?
So he did go to Tennessee that year, and we all kind of know that team started to come around. It was pretty good. I would say, yeah, it was pretty good during that time. So that's when the defense started like really rev up as far as the Tennessee is concerned.
Right.
Um, and they've already pretty much had a good secondary. And we're talking about safeties, corners. But I think that the thing to note with this is that he is a safety guy. Um,
Hmm.
and I think that's something to really focus on. Um, hmm. I like to think about what I'm saying before. I don't like to sound like a fucking moron. So kind of really just be patient with me. Um,
Hmm.
because if you look at the Saints, one thing that has been constant as far as it hasn't necessarily been the corners. The corners haven't been a consistent thing, but they've had from Williams to did Gardner Johnson play a little bit of safety? I believe he played a little bit of
Yeah, yeah,
safety.
yeah. He was the bit nickel. He was strong
Okay,
safety. He
so
was pretty.
he was I thought so. So
Mm-hmm.
hmm. So in my opinion, I think he's really here to kind of mentor Richie Grant and Jalen Hawkins and help them guys get to the next level. Because he's a guy, if there's been one weakness with this team this year, in my opinion, it's been
Mm-hmm.
those safeties. Yeah, they've been in the right place, but I don't think they've been as aggressive as I thought they could have been as far as the passing game is concerned. Now, the running game, reaction, awareness, I thought they were good, but for whatever reason, they weren't making a lot of plays on the ball in the passing game. And I think you had bring in a Jerry Gray. I think that's the aspect that you're going to get. He's going to test these guys' IQ. We know the Packers, they've been notorious for having a pretty damn good secondary for the last 2 to 3 years or so. So I think that right there, not only are the Falcons bringing in a guy that has been notorious for developing defensive linemen, but this guy's notorious for developing defensive backs. So you're getting the best of both worlds with just one off season, man.
Right. Let me make sure I get this correct. Assistant head coach. That's a key word right there. Which means Arthur Smith is going to be looking for him as far as guidance, more so, not just offensively, but like you said, be that voice to Arthur Smith on a close basis like that for the defense. So, with him being the assistant head coach, what does that say about where this offseason could possibly go to? Hmm. Now, as we go through his resume, as far as like you said, coaching stops, um, like you said, you got Tennessee. Damn, he was with the Tennessee Oilers. Well, yeah, yeah. So pretty
Woo,
much
not the
started.
Oilers.
Like started NFL at Tennessee Oilers, Tennessee Titans, Buffalo Bills, Washington Redskins. I'm gonna say Washington Redskins because at that time they were the Redskins. Seattle Seahawks, Tennessee Titans, Minnesota Vikings, Green Bay Packers. That's a history of pretty good damn secondaries that he was a part of. So when we look at those teams like that, like you said, the Jair Alexanders, the Kevin Byards, if he go back to Tennessee in 1999 and 2000, bro, good googly moogly. Possibly Samari Rowland and all them. Like I said, Buffalo Bills, Nate Clements, um, Lawyer Malloy, Washington. Like you said, you had to deal with Oladi Afite, Sean Taylor. Like he's coached a lot of great players, and especially with him being a former four-time Pro Bowler in himself, that he commands the respect of those secondary guys. And this is one of the reasons why you have a lot of young guys, and then you bringing in these coaches like this, because like I said, they can learn something from the game itself and learn it from somebody who did it at a high level. Now, it's one thing if you brought in a coach who ain't achieved shit in a position that they play. You're literally bringing in a guy who has achieved at the highest level as a 4-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro defensive back. Oh yeah. We'll talk about that later too, about the whole Sean Payton thing. Like I say, it was just figuring out like, well, what the fuck did they have to do to use the trade for anything? They done gave up damn near everything for Russell Wilson. But that's gonna go into the sit your goofy ass down. We got a sit your goofy ass down segment tonight too. So y'all pay attention to that. But Jerry Gray definitely is a major upgrade. Like you said, it just makes this offseason more interesting because, like I said, with him being the assistant head coach, not assistant defensive coordinator, assistant head coach, he might put that bug in Fontenot's ear, be like, oh, wait a minute. Might want to go ahead and get this guy. I think this might be the guy we need. And like you said, don't be surprised. Falcons might go corner in the first pick. They might trade back and get corner in the first round pick. You got anything else, Mike?
I think it's interesting that he's named the assistant head coach.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that caught me off guard.
Yeah, I think he was the guy all along, but much like the Kyle Shanahan and Dan Quinn, we actually hired Shanahan first. Dan Quinn came in, official hire him came in later. So I'm assuming that it's similar to that situation, that Nielsen wasn't their initial hiring, or I don't want to say initial hiring, but I think he's the guy that they wanted, but only a specific area to deal with this team, to him to work up. But I think Gray, being that he's the veteran guy and he's been there, they wanted to kind of treat him, Nielsen, like like a rook, where you got to bring in a vet that's been there. You learn from him. So it's not only is he learning, he's teaching himself as a defensive coach, but he's learning from a guy that has been there. So you teaching and being taught at the same time, and that's real interesting how the Falcons set that up.
Definitely. I just gonna say it's just gonna make the offseason a lot more interesting now.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all better get ready for the ride, because if y'all ain't ready for the ride, y'all ain't gonna be ready for this team in 2023. Because I'm just looking at the teams, like you said, the Seahawks, Titans, Vikings, Packers. But he was with the Vikings. His longest tenure was with the Vikings from 2014 to 2019. So he's had an opportunity with a what that corner what the corner that get on everybody damn nerve, Rhodes.
Oh, you talking about that little? No, you talking about the one in Tennessee?
No, the one with the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, Xavier Rhodes.
The Xavier Rhodes, yeah. So he's been responsible for him, coaching him up. Harrison Smith and um what was it, Andrew Shinjeo. Oh man. Shout out to Lee 85 for the $2 super chat. Said we are not getting Marcus Mariota Jackson.
That man said LaMarcus Mariota Jackson. Good God.
Bro, that sound like a badass pop locker, boy. I tell you.
LaMarcus
Mariota Jackson.
Marcus B. LaMariota Jackson.
Yeah, Xavier Rhodes, yeah. So, like I said, he's been responsible for helping coaching him up to a Pro Bowl level. Like you said, he done seen a lot of these great defensive backs. Like you said, Sean Springs. Was it Marcus Trufant?
Jair Alexander and
Jair Alexander. Mm-hmm. So definitely appreciate the $2 super chat. So, like I said, it's a good hire. I definitely am down for it. Falcons have been making the right moves as far as this offseason so far. Like I said, we're just waiting on who's gonna get cut, who's gonna get re-signed, and wait for this free agency to come about. But speaking of free agency, speaking of that, let's go into this question. Now, I don't know if everybody tuned in to the Cooler Talk Monday episode last night where we had a full panel, and shouts out to everybody that joined us. But we kind of touched into it as far as the Falcons going broke for free agency because of the salary cap increase throughout the league. And, it's got a lot of Falcon fans excited for free agency because this is actually going to be the first year in a long time where they actually have X amount of dollars to where the margin for error is not so small. So, before we get into that question, we're going to go ahead and do what I like to call the halftime light check. Ooh, excuse me, y'all. I had one hell of a sandwich before I got on here, and that thing got me burping up like a mug. So,
that man said one hell of a sandwich.
It was one hell of a sandwich, man. It was a good ass sandwich. You fry that bologna, you get some of that honey mustard. And you be going for broke over here. All right, let's see. Oh man, we got 81 people in here and only 29 likes, man. Come on, y'all. Y'all gotta help a brother out, help the platform out. We want to get it to about 40 before we move on to the next topic. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit second to hit that like button. It's free, y'all. So while y'all doing that, I'm gonna play a little bit of music and get to my radio voice. So as you already know, If you haven't subscribed to Mad Mike Sports, Atlanta Falcon Nation, Jew Talk Sports, Blackberry. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Show some love for everybody. Show some love for the whole bomber. And help Mike get to that 10K. Y'all should have got Jew's ass to 2K. Like I said, that's definitely a disappointment, but it's all right. We good on that. So, Mike, let's go ahead and see where else we at. All right. Oh, that was quick. All right.
Oh, it's already there?
Definitely appreciate y'all on that. And while Mike buffers up, let's go straight into this question. Should the Atlanta Falcons go for broken free agency? Mike, I'm going to go ahead and let you kick us off and run point on this one. What is your thoughts on this?
Should the Falcons go for broke?
What do you think about what do you think about that concept of them going for broke? Do you like what do you think about that? Or should they take the route that we think they're going to take and be a little bit more smart with their money?
I don't think they're in a position where they need to go for broke. Or I should put that a little different. I don't think they're in a position where they have to go for broke. And quite frankly, I think going for broke will probably count against them. Because let me ask you guys this. What if the Falcons go to the Super Bowl next year and they win it all? Anybody have an idea what's going to happen?
It's going to be a whole lot of paydays.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a problem. And I see where you're going with this. If there's a level of success, you're gonna have to recoup. You're gonna have to find a way to come up with some money to pay players. Am I right?
Indeed.
Okay.
Because
keep on going, Mike.
Because what a lot of people understand, if you end up getting there, players now have that ability to hold out. They have that because that's essentially what happened with Julio Jones. The Falcons had success in 16. They had success in 17 and then 18. Julio put up massive numbers during that time, and his contract started to go. So you could no longer say, well, Julio, you're on the decline. Well, we just went to the Super Bowl, and he was one of the main ingredients as to why we're going there. So now players can hold out because we're winning. Winning creates tension between the organization and these agents. I won't say so much the players, but these agents. These agents be looking at you like, hey, man, hey, Julio, he got $2 in his pocket, man. I think you might want to check him out over there. That's what the agents are doing. That's what they whispering. Man, he just spent the whole bro. He just bought some new Jordans, bro. You gonna let him get away with not paying you? The dude just spent a whole $300-400 on these J's. Yeah, this is what these agents are doing to these players. They watching every dime the organization is spending. Bro, they just brought in a whole new coach. This coach making $10 a year, $10 million a year. bro, I think you need to go ahead and I think you might need to go and ask for a new contract. If I were you, I'd ask for it because you might not ever get it again. These agents are very cunning. So if I were the Falcons, I would take my time, build up a solid game plan as far as the player development, because what you don't want to do is be prepared for one of these guys saying, "Damn this, I'm out of here. Y'all ain't paying me enough." And if you ain't paying them enough, most of these players gonna say, "I'm holding out. I need to be traded." They're gonna start acting like AB. They're gonna start acting like Julio. They're gonna start doing dumb stuff to get out of here. So Falcons need to be as patient as they possibly can, and I mean patient as far as be direct on how the team is going to be built, whether it's going to be a run, built on the run, or built the passing game is going to be based. The defense is going to be either based as a pass rushing, or it's going to be, more of a linebacker versus a D line. Is it going to be a D line fed team, or is it going to be a linebacker fed team? Like those are the things you need to focus on, because, like I said, if it's going to be a linebacker, if the strength of the defense is going to be linebacker,
They said the strength is going to be the linebackers. Look like Mike done pulled a moment right there. So while we getting back on him, I'm gonna go ahead and read a few comments, man. And
we got a little bit. Hey man, it's saying I'm good, but I don't know if I'm good. I have no clue. I'm about
to say go ahead. It kind of left off when you was talking about the linebackers.
Well, like I said, the linebackers, and look, it says I'm straight over here, but obviously I'm not. But yeah, if it's a linebacker, we behind. If it's defensive line, we got a little bit more time. We can afford to lose somebody at this point. But if it's linebackers, we can't afford to lose anybody, because who's the star? So like it really depends on where you are. And that's why you need to be patient, because if the Falcons start winning this year and one of these players say, "Hey, I need some more money," we can't afford it. We don't even have a backup for those guys who might ask for new money. And I don't think people are really focusing on that type of stuff. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. Out of the whole NFL right now, as far as cap situations, who are the 5 worst teams? Who are the 5 worst cap teams coming into 2023? You already know the Saints and the Buccaneers are. Can you name the other 3 teams?
Is Jacksonville one of them?
Jacksonville, number 30. They got the 3rd worst cap situation in this league in 2023. After just coming off a year where they had the best cap situation.
Right. That's crazy. And they went ape shit in free agency.
Yes, it got them a play. It got, like I said, they got to the playoffs, and like I said, congratulations to them. But the issue comes down to is, can you really get better? Because they call it free agency for a reason. You're going to overpay for everybody. Especially on day one, you're going to overpay him. Yeah, Nathan Floyd, yeah. And Pamela here, she said, I was so mad at Freeman asking for some money before the Super Bowl. They should have cut us behind after that. Yeah, because the original plan, shout out to Pamela for this comment, my conspiracy theory was the original plan was that Matt Ryan was going to get the contract first. But, Uncle Luke and them made such a big deal about it that they folded into the pressure to give Devontae Freeman that money first. So you went from a possible paying Matt Ryan 22 million a year to going to have to pay 28 to $30 million a year. So, hey, and Nathan Floyd here said the Jacksonville Jaguars literally I think they had like almost $160 million worth of cap space last year and blew all that in the first day.
Blew it all. Blew it all. They spent like 80-something million in the first day or something like that.
Shit, it was more than that. I think they spent like 150 the first day. Yeah, you had to think.
Oh.
You had to think it was Christian Kirk 80. It was Fourier for 45. They got another receiver for like 30 something million. Remember, they got the defensive tackle. They got him for about 30 million. They ended up with Evan Ingram for about 12. And they picked up another receiver that was worth like 10 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So just because you got the money doesn't mean you got to spend it all. That's why they say appreciate Southside. Zay Jones. I was gonna say Marvin Jones for some, and then they just paid Marvin Jones the year before about 40-something million too.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So like I said, you have to be smart with your money as far as a team collective free agency wise, because like I said, you never know when it's gonna come down to that time where you're gonna need that money to roll over to next year to pay some contracts or to give some incentive money to help soften blows of dead cap money and stuff like that. That's why when you see a lot of the teams like the Patriots back in the day, where you see like a lot of teams that don't really splurge in free agency like that, they just recently did it. But before that, they really didn't. Yeah, JB. Yeah, Christian Kirk was the highest paid receiver in free agency last year. They had a good year this year. I ain't gonna knock them on that, but yeah, you always want to have reserves just in case. Like I said, even if you only got about 15 to 20 million going into next year, that's better than being minus 32. Jacksonville 32 million in the hole.
Jacksonville 32. Ooh,
32 in the hole. Third worst cap situation in the league. They got the third highest payroll. Oh, wait a minute. I'll take that back. 35 million in the hole.
Eesh.
Mm-hmm. Right. And like you said, just because they did well too, how long can they sustain it? Because it's cool to have a bunch of free agents to do it for 1 year, but if they can't replicate that for multitude of years, is it really worth it?
Mm-hmm.
What's your input on that, Mike?
Hold on 1 second.
High quality duo.
Yeah, like I said, as far as free agency is concerned, man, it's like I don't I think it's like I said. I think it's important that if you don't have a plan, I don't think you should spend money. Gotta have a plan for why you're doing things. If things go wrong, this is where we're gonna go. Gotta have a plan B, a plan C, and right now I don't think there's I like on the defense side of the ball. It's like who besides Grady Jarrett and AJ can we say we're building this team for? It's like we know Grady's gonna be Grady. Taquan Graham is coming off of MCL injury, so we don't know if he's going to return to his form. You have Richie Grant there that I think is going to be a pretty serviceable safety in the league. Um, Troy Anderson is still a raw project. Let's just be real with that. He's a second round. He's a talented guy, but he's still a raw project at this time. So it's like there's no one besides Grady and AJ that you can say, all right, we're gonna build a team around these guys. So it's like, why would I go out and spend a whole bunch of money on guys that are essentially who they are? That's why they are free agents. Well, some have better talent than others, but these guys are most of the time when you hit free agency, these guys are either a run stopper or they're pass rush. There ain't no in between with them. You very seldom gonna get a guy that hits free agency and say, "All right, this guy's a superstar." That's why they free agents because they super they can do one thing well, and I don't think that Deron Payne is gonna make it to free agency. I think they may tag him, and like I said, I would be surprised if he doesn't get tagged. But outside of Deron Payne, I don't see anybody that's worthy of saying, all right, we're going to give him close to $20 million to be our starter. That's just foolish. All right. Let's just keep it real. So, with that being said, if you don't have a guy that you're saying that we're willing to build around on your team right now, I say keep that money and work on the draft. And if you can go get a guy like Jalen Carter, I think he's going to be a good one. Anderson or Miles Murphy. I don't see a reason to go out and spend money all crazy. I think it'd be idiotic if the Falcons went out and just spent a whole bunch of money on guys that possibly could be.
I mean, and then you also have to play into a part too. Is that's why they bringing in coaches that are known for development guys as development guys. Because at the end of the day, if you got coaches that have a history of helping develop players and bring full potential out of players, that's kind of telling us that they may not necessarily go ham in free agency like that. I mean, because like you said, if you bring in a Ryan Nielsen who's helped develop a defensive line for the Saints that averaged 45 to 47 sacks a season for the last 6 years. Before that, they couldn't ramshack a Walmart if it was open 24/7. And then you bringing in Jerry Gray, who's also known for helping develop defensive backs. Like the nucleus for the Atlanta Falcons is there in those players that you said, those young guys. But that's like you said, that's why they brought in these type of coaches to get the best out of them. And as what OG Sam and OG Truth Hurts always say, there's a reason behind the madness. You gotta go through the process. Like those two said, they said If you look at what Arthur Smith, if you look at what the Falcons are doing right now, they're literally telling you everything that they're doing without telling you.
Arthur, if you guys did not see Myles Garrett, his interview with Arthur Smith. Arthur said something in there that probably went over a lot of people's head. He said the first round isn't the only round where you get value for your team. And yeah, I'm not saying the exact words as far as the first round is concerned, but people are so worried about the first round. But he made a statement where it was like, all right, yeah, the first round, there's a lot of bust in first round than other rounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot more bust in first round than it is in the other round. So I think that's the thing that you're the Falcons. You got to be that can contribute to your defense immediately, your offense immediately, whether it's in the trenches, like I said, offensive line, defensive line, but you got to be sure and certain that these guys are going to be able to contribute. And this is the reason why they end up drafting Kyle Pitts and Drake London, because offensively they didn't have guys going to be able to contribute immediately. Both those guys were able to contribute immediately. And that's what you want. That's what you want as a first-round draft pick. Let's be honest. Like, you pick a guy because he's going to immediately do something, whether it's stop the run, like Lawrence, and he's developing to an all-around defensive tackle, but he's coming in to do one thing well. Kyle Pitts came in to catch passes, not blocking all the extra stuff. Drake London came in. He didn't come in to blocking all this. He came in to catch passes. And we see what Tyler Algier ended up coming in to do one thing, run the damn ball. So it's like you want guys to come in and have an immediate presence. And I think that's the thing you got to focus on. If we're going in free agency, you're going to have to get a guy that's going to be able to come in and do one thing particularly well. And when you look at our defense, I think we have pretty good defensive linemen who can stop the run and the athletic, but we don't have a ton of pass rushers.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're not getting a pass rusher in the first round, I don't see a point of even drafting a corner, a safety, or even a receiver at this point, because we don't throw the ball well. So what's the position of value when it comes down to this team? Where we're going? We know for sure if we draft this guy, he's gonna play and he's going to contribute. I think, especially with our passing game, I don't think we're going to pass the ball that much anyway. So drafting a corner, a wide receiver, I think that's pointless. That's a wasted draft pick. I think if we draft a running back, I think that's a wasted draft pick because obviously we have a rotation anyway. So it becomes a process of elimination as far as the offense is concerned. Like if you're going to go offense, I think the position that everybody probably don't want to hear me say is offensive line, man. I keep saying it. If the Falcons are going to do anything offensively, it's going to be offensive line. In the first round, if there's something. Because everything else, I don't think we need anything else offensively. I think we got our quarterback, we got our tight end, we got our wide receiver, we got our running back. The only thing we don't have offensively, and we need a guy maybe a step up in case they don't really believe in Jalen Mayfield, you got to look at Peter Skoronski, whatever the hell his name is. You have to. And like I said, that's not popular. That's not popular at all. Skoronski.
Well,
look, it's not popular.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, yeah, you got to look at the reason why it's not popular because, like you said, nobody really puts value as far as the outside looking in. Nobody really puts value into the offensive line as far as the fan base because it's not a sexy position. And like you said, that's why, and you said this, and this is what a lot of people always say: the safest pick that you always make in the first round is where Mike.
In the triggers.
That's if you're not sure.
If you're not sure. And like I said, if this is what I say there, right? So y'all can get out your goddamn get out, take the pink thongs off, okay? And put the big boy panties on. All right. My bad. I just took the whole Sam. I just took the Sam. So.
Sam in here too. Anyway, he don't give a damn.
Hey, but get out of your feelings. I said if the Atlanta Falcons go offensively, I don't think there's any other position where you need an immediate, because the Falcons are not trying to wait 2 years for a guy to develop. They need somebody who's going to immediately have an impact on offense. And like I said, we're not a passing team. So what's the most logical outside of offensive line for this particular game?
I'm about to say school us on that, Mike. I'm sitting here. I'm sitting here trying to put something
like
together.
I said, man, look, I know this not shit that y'all want to hear because y'all get hard off watching these mock draft picks, and y'all get hard seeing people with these 50-inch verticals and shit like that. Look, I get it. All right, it's cool to see people jump real high. Okay, it's cool to see that. It's cool to see Keely Ringo running for 40 speed. I get it. Look, I like to see. Look, I'm a huge when he was in the Olympics. Hell yeah, I was cheering like hell when I see his ass run in that 200 and 400. I get it, but when you talking about building the team, you talk about what makes sense for this particular team. We do not throw. Let me say this again. How many? The Falcons led the NFL in rushing attempts. So drafting a wide receiver in the first round is the stupidest thing that you can possibly do. Ain't gonna do a damn thing. So it's stupid as hell to even bring up the fact we need a wide receiver. All right. You got to know your team, all right? You got to understand this is why Seattle every year they almost hit home runs on every last one of their picks is because they know their particular team. They don't jump out of there because, the NFL is a throwing league. We need 3 wide receivers. Bitch, we run 400 times. The Falcons led the NFL in rushing attempts. What the hell are we doing drafting a wide receiver?
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, I see my bad, Kickstone. Let me just say this one thing. And furthermore, I see people saying tight end, even the tight end in the first round is a wasted pick. Why? Because most of the time his ass gonna be blocking.
And you can get one of them. You can get one of them undrafted.
Undrafted.
Talk about it.
I'm just saying.
Now, we're not saying you can't get a wide receiver. The problem is when you're in a situation like this, like you said, in the way that this team is constructed and this team is built, your first 2 to 3 picks has to be focused on what needs improvement the most or what you're trying to build a strength to.
Mm-hmm.
The Falcons have made it clear, the coaching staff has made it clear is they want to shore up the pressure and shore up the pass rush.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So how does a wide receiver help the pass rush?
Yeah.
What
That's
was he
exactly what
going?
I'm saying,
What was he gonna be like that new fantasy football movie where the little girl controlling her daddy? That's how he gonna control the pass rush.
Right. Come on, bro. That's what we talking about. So that's exactly what we said. That's exactly what we said. You gotta understand your team. And that's why I said that. That's why I said depending on what the Atlanta Falcons are what they're focused on, if it's going to be a run team or it's going to be a passing team. It's based on what they feel like. And the Falcons have already stated, like K-Star said, that this is going to be, they're looking to rush the passer.
Mm-hmm. And I saw this comment earlier. Nathan Floyd said, we need the Jazz to figure out some cap for Ridley. We need him reinstated and signed to get the most out of that trade. And that's the problem, too. They ain't gonna have no money next year for that neither. And and speaking of that 3 wide receiver thing, I want to use this as an example. There's a team up in Ohio called the Cincinnati Bengals.
I knew you was gonna do it.
Who has 3 wide receivers that ball out every year. The major problem they're going to have is they can't keep all of them. And you know damn well Jamar Chase ain't going nowhere. They going to kick little Tyler Boyd's ass out of Cincinnati with the quickness.
Quick.
So.
Quick. Adios. Hayes too.
Right.
He gone.
Yeah. So. Yeah, Boyd is the odd man out, period. Yeah. Because they got a Joe Burrow contract that they got to work out here in the next year or so. So that's really going to say, nah, bro, you need to get your ass out.
Mm-hmm. Think, people. This is a long run.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you went to the playoffs 1 year don't mean you're gonna go to the playoffs 3 years. The Falcons and most teams are trying to build longevity. Okay, it's about longevity.
Mm-hmm. Right. Hold on. Let's get this one. Let's get this comment out the way. It said, "Give me if I'm wrong, but didn't the Bengals make the Super Bowl last year?" Yes, they did. And Mike, everybody in the chat, what happened in that Super Bowl?
I know you want to leave me, but I refuse to let you
run. If I have to beg, please, but sympathy, I'm gonna throw the football in the second half. Ooh, baby, you don't have to worry. We're gonna throw that ball. Well, we're gonna break out a whole goddamn. Ooh, baby.
You don't run the ball. We gonna run the ball. I'm just saying.
The Cincinnati Bengals in that Super Bowl last year was in control of the game when they ran the fucking football. And I have to say it like that because I'm putting emphasis on this. Once they took the ball out of Joe Mixon's hands, all hell broke loose.
Yeah,
the one thing that you do to neutralize Aaron Donald is to run the fucking football.
Better say it.
And what happened in that second half? They stopped running the football and tried to make Joe Burrow win them the game. And guess what happened? They lost the damn Super Bowl. Sound familiar, don't it?
Okay.
Cincinnati Bengals just did it this Sunday. They took the ball out the running back's hands. Yes, they only lost by 3, but if you run the fucking football, I'm starting to sound like you right now. You run the fucking football.
That game wasn't that close.
It really
That
wasn't.
game literally. If he doesn't fumble that ball, they don't even go over 13 points, if that.
Exactly. So that's all I say on that aspect of the part. But like I said, going back to what we talking about is the focus is defense on the first couple picks. I just know for my mindset and how I'm thinking and how the coach is and all the moves they're making, they're telling you defense is the priority. They ain't making big deals about Dave Ragone or anything. Hell, Arthur Smith ain't even getting no goddamn shine out here in the coaching staff. Right now, all you hear is Ryan Nelson, Jerry Gray, Frank Bush. And all standpoint, all was in the same coaching staff for a good little while in Tennessee. So they telling you right now, I need to see defense. Even if you get a corner or a safety, I can live with that. Just not at 8.
Yeah.
I prefer defensive trench players. I prefer that. So just like the OG here said. Run game and a sustainable defense will win this Super Bowl, and that is the truth. Yes, the Philadelphia Eagles have 3 wide receivers. Guess what?
Less than 4,000 yards passing with those 3 wide receivers. Let me say that again.
Let's go back.
The Philadelphia Eagles have less than 4,000 yards passing. I think they have like 37,000 yards. Yeah, I believe he passed the ball for like 37, 38, one of them.
Guess what? The Philadelphia Eagles only have $4 million worth of cap space. They hold starting defensive. They damn near they whole starting defensive line are going to be free agents this year.
Oh, I love you so. Didn't want to tell you I love you so.
Exactly. But you want to speak on that right quick. So pretty much where we're thinking is, our idea is, Falcons do not need to be. They don't need to be spending all their cap money on free agents, man. Like I said, you have to portion that money out. You got draft class, you got free agents, and re-signees. What if Ryan Nielsen? What if Arthur Smith? What if Jerry Gray say, okay, we want to keep Isaiah Oliver. We want to keep Lorenzo Carter. And the thing about these guys are not going to be expensive. I'd rather have the money to keep those guys and build more on that defense. Hell, the salary cap PPP loan that they got for the teams could benefit the Falcons. They may use that to re-sign Caleb McGarry. We don't know.
More money this year.
So, Washington Commanders have total cap space of $6.8 million. Ooh, that's ugly. So, all right, let's get into the fun part of the show.
Oh boy.
There was quite a few things that happened within these past few hours. Hold on, let me type this up. All right. Let's go ahead and type this up. This portion of the show is the hold on. Let me get it coming up. Okay, I don't care about that. The sit your goofy ass down. Whereas we found some very, very ridiculous stuff that doesn't happen in the football world. Mike, I'm gonna kick the sit your goofy ass down segment tonight. If anybody had listened to Mike's live, especially announcing Jerry Gray as the defense coordinator, and you didn't pay attention to what was said in the background, the NFL deserves the sit your goofy ass down award for this one, because how in the entire hell of all the quarterbacks that you could have possibly put in the reserve, Tyler Huntley is a Pro Bowler, y'all. Hold on. Let me put that up. Just to be able to. Mike. Yes, Tyler Huntley is now a Pro Bowl quarterback going into a free agent year, which means now he can incentivize on getting more money. And they said Tyler Huntley is the first quarterback in NFL history to make a Pro Bowl for throwing less than 700 yards and less than 3 touchdowns thrown. If y'all don't see if y'all don't see what's really going on here, it would scare you. Mike, what's your take on that, man? Ooh.
I'm a You know, I know this is gonna sound so bad, but in the neighborhood, in certain neighborhoods, they pass out like little lunches to certain people.
Not the peanut butter jelly sandwich lunches.
peanut butter jelly sandwich and the saran wrap, the milk, and the carton. This is what the fuck they did.
Well, look at this comment right here. Look at this comment. Wait a minute. So Ritter could have made the Pro Bowl if that was the case. So apparently they said the
Marcus Mariota could have did that. And he got cut. He got better numbers than this mother. Oh Lord Jesus Christ.
See,
they just say the point. Look, I'm gonna just put it as graphic as I possibly can. I apologize, K-Style, if you get it.
Go ahead. Do your thing. Do your thing. No, go ahead. We at the end part of the show. Well, this to sit your goof ass down. All hell breaks loose here.
Look, they gave the poor Negro the free lunch. Okay, let's just call this Negro ain't got it nowhere near Pro Bowl. It's one of them Make-A-Wish, and I even hate that I'm saying they asked this man, what is your wish right now? What is your wish right now, Snoop? Snoop, what's your wish? Hey man, I wish I was a Pro Bowler. Bing. That's what the hell the NFL did.
You done turned him into a Make-A-Wish kid. Damn.
What else do you call it? How the hell do you explain that? What, 2 touchdowns?
Bruh. Look, I already see the agenda behind it. I already know what the hell they going with this. We already know what the agenda is. They trying to find every which way to get Lamar Jackson's ass out of Baltimore. That's the damn objective.
Mm-hmm.
The objective is to bully the Falcons into bringing Lamar Jackson down here to Atlanta.
You got that nut, damn Kirk Kittner, whatever the hell his damn name is. He might as well be damn Kirk Kittner. Talking about that Lamar Jackson makes whatever the hell he said. Like, damn goof. You need to sit down and sit your head down and play fucking Fortnite. Fucking bum.
He talking about he emoting while he typing.
Yeah, he need to be goddamn emoting. The hell?
Like I said, the agenda is out there, bro. We already see it over here. We speaking on this plenty of times. We already see what y'all trying to do. Just come out in the NFL, just come out and say it. You could have had. And then, like I said, and we just doing this just based off the numbers. Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert. Hell, like I said, those are 2 names. Those are 2 names that you could have put in that spot. Now, the reason why they had the alternate thing was because Josh Allen got hurt and he wasn't going to be able to participate. But that was the most unlikely choice of an alternate that I thought I would have saw. And I already knew right then and there when I seen that. I thought it was a joke at first. I thought, is April Fool's here already? It's still January.
I thought it was one of those fake ESPN days that was, but nope.
Mm-hmm.
This man got 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions on the year.
638 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Trevor Lawrence threw for over 4,000 yards.
That is a clear agenda. That is a clear agenda. That's a clear agenda.
Yeah. Well, that's part 1 of Sit Your Goofy Ass Down.
What's part 2?
Mike, you have a sit your goofy ass down. You want to speak on? Because I got another one for y'all too.
I don't know if I have one. I don't have
Okay.
one off the bat.
I got another one. I'm scrummage around, and like you said, we talk about the mock draft season, and we talk about what a lot of people saying as far as where the Falcons will pick at 8 and whatever positions. Like I said, most of us with logical sense say defense, rather it be defensive line, linebacker, corner, whatever. The comments, and like I said, the common sense is going to be in the trenches, offensive line on defense. That's the common sense. The assholeic way would be wide receiver. But there was a sit your goofy ass down pick here that damn near made me throw up.
Oh my God. Please tell me not to think. Please, Lord.
If you don't believe me, hey Mike, go ahead and cue me up. Cue me up.
Okay, Styles, get the graphics.
Let's get the graphics, shall we? If the graphic decide to want to come up.
Good God.
Hold on. I'm trying to get rid of this comment first. All right. Here we go. I want to know what y'all think about this scenario.
I knew it. I knew that's what this bullshit.
I want everybody just to take this in right quick. Hold on. I'm trying to get this thing down. Let me get this thing down.
Oh my God.
I want everybody to just take this in right quick and see what's wrong with this picture. See what's wrong with this picture.
Boy,
Mike, what do you see here?
I mean, besides the bullshit at 8,
it would kind of make sense until you get to 8, and it's like,
dude, that's the code.
My problem is at 8. Of all the quarterbacks that you could have picked, you picked the guy that turns the ball over the most.
Who the fuck even know who he is? His own daddy don't even know him. Yo, his own mama don't even know who the hell Will Levis is. Who the fuck is he? What the fuck has he ever done?
I had to put my motherfucking head down on that one. Clay.
I had to literally do some real research because I didn't know who the hell he was.
Right.
And we're going to take him at 8 after what I saw against Jordan. And we talk about Georgia, Alabama, LSU, Clemson have almost the. If you talk about anything that's close to NFL talent, these guys have it on defense. And this motherfucker look like he like a straight up bum, and I'm talking about lowest form of the bums. Okay, I'm talking about damn Trent Dilfer bum.
Oh! You talking about he was just straight IS,
bro? IS. The motherfucker named Will Levis. That right there's enough to get his ass to the damn 7th round. The hell? Does anybody know one highlight in his career?
I don't know. I didn't even know who the fuck that was.
Oh no. The hell is a Will Levis? The hell
I'd have rather you to put Christian Gonzalez at 8.
Bro, look,
before you took a damn Will Levis.
Anthony Richardson. Give me Anthony Richardson. At least I know this motherfucker can throw 80 yards to a damn stadium booth or something, goddamn.
Damn, neither one of them. Shit. If that's the case, motherfucker, just trade back. For the love of God.
That man said Will Levis.
We
gonna do check the ball down? Shit. We got that already.
What does Will Levis do that Desmond Ridder doesn't do? I'll wait.
Look, y'all probably gonna hate when I say this, but
Mucho said I'd rather take Stetson Bennett at 5.
I'd rather take him at give me Stetson Bennett at 80. We gonna do that bullshit. At least I know this motherfucker's gonna run. You can't do that shit.
Clip it.
Some fucking Will Levis.
Clip it.
I'll say that shit again. All right. You clip that motherfucker. I meant this shit. I'd rather draft.
Hey, shoot. Look, I was about to say, shoot, I'll be agreeing with you on that.
The hell, some fucking Will Levis. Are we fucking kidding
me? Because he got a strong arm. Okay. I seen that strong arm done did this shit. That strong arm led to nothing.
Lord have mercy.
What? King Quinn said,
I saw Will Levis.
Bruh, if the Atlanta, can y'all imagine if the Atlanta Falcons would have actually drafted Will Levis with the 8th over? Boy, you thought the city of Atlanta was already in turmoil.
Look, I'll burn this bitch down with him. Okay, I'll be the 5-star. We do that bullshit. I will burn this motherfucker down. Okay.
Oh my God.
Will Levis. Hell. Who the hell got the nerve? Got the damn nerve to put that book.
Oh my God. Why does everybody's mock draft got the quarterback position as a motherfucking they call it desperately needed position?
This motherfucker got
Snoop. This is what I said yesterday, boy. These quarterback discussions make me want to drink bleach.
Okay, stop. Just think about this. They want to give us Will Levis, but they gonna put some fucking Tyler Huntley in the Pro Bowl and say we need it. Jesus.
And Lord, thy name, Father, please help us, for we have sinned. If you make sense of all this, Lord, I would be very thankful.
Lord.
In all names, let us keep our heads up as we look at this complete fuckery that's going on right now.
Mm.
Ah,
Make
okay,
it
I
make
had to
sense,
get that
Lord.
out. I I had to get that out. I'm sorry, I had to get that out.
Bruh, just make make it make sense.
Right.
Motherfucking throw 2 touchdowns in the whole season, but we need a damn quarterback. What the?
Exactly.
Mm.
And we
Ooh.
gonna go ahead. You want to talk? Hold on. Jay Diaz said Terry Fontenot said something at the Senior Bowl. He said this is what he said. He said just because you have more cap space, the process doesn't change. Mm. Mm-hmm. They said phase 2 of the plan, which means they've already had this written down and executed since they came in. That's why I say I don't believe they're gonna go all ham in free agency. They're gonna get some pieces for one guy that they may pay $20 million, $25 million a year for. They might get 3 guys to make that damn salary right there in free agency, and guys that fit their system. So if the Falcons do not get those big name guys like a Deron Payne or Javon Hargreaves, Jeffrey Simmons, or anything like that, don't be surprised. If they get them, you can be excited. But if they don't get them, don't be surprised.
I
Mucho ain't shit for this. He said if that pick would have happened, if I'm Desmond Ritter, I'm asking for a trade right there and there.
Oh boy.
You want to speak on the Sean Payton thing right quick? Let's speak on that right quick. There's another sit your goofy ass down moment right here. As a lot of people don't know, won't show, or probably don't care. The New Orleans, and this was put as breaking news on NFL.com. The New Orleans Saints traded Sean Payton to the Denver Broncos. Let me make sure I got the let's see.
The compensation
Says
for that?
this. Okay, here you go. Yeah, I was trying to look at the compensation for it. So for this deal to happen, the Denver Broncos gave up this year's first round pick and next year's second round pick. And they ended up with Sean Payton. So pretty much with Sean Payton and the Saints' third round pick for next year. So the Saints get a first round pick this year and a second round pick next year. You know what this move screams. You know what this move just says to me? We need to save Russell Wilson from getting his ass whooped in the locker room move right here. This is what this says to me.
I'm gonna say this, man. I think anybody that wants to place blame on Russell Wilson and say they're the real struggling, I think they're a moron. Have you seen that offensive line there? Hell, I'm running from my life in Georgia from that damn offensive line. I'm running for my life. That man don't have a chance to even back. Like he ain't got a chance to damn roll out. Because soon when he rolled out, he rolled into a damn brick wall. They can't run the ball. They linebacker, they running back is probably the same height as Devontae Freeman.
Hurt.
And this is what Russ supposed to deal with. And you got that big ass crybaby who looked like AB Jr.
I know you ain't talking about
He got an attitude. If you don't throw the ball perfectly, this bitch start whining and crying. But he dropped the ball. You mad because you didn't throw it in a specific spot. You dropped the ball. What the hell are you complaining for? Then he get on the sideline. He pacing back and forth. Bruh. The team is just a mess.
Which is crazy because they got literally one of the best defenses in the league.
Mm-hmm.
They got one of the best defenses in the league and the worst offense in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster.
Hopefully Sean Payton will be able to get something out of that. But they do have pieces, but Jesus, they need help. That O-line is horrendous. That running game is horrendous. It's bad, bro.
I'm telling you. Yeah. Yeah, they said the Broncos pick was the 29th pick. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, so they tired of seeing Russell Wilson getting yoked up in the locker room. They like, man, bro, just bring in a coach to save his ass.
I don't like I said, that team is just bad, okay? That old offensive line is terrible.
Right.
I don't know if any quarterback would be able to play well behind that line.
Hey, they ain't got no damn choice now. They ain't got no damn choice because do you know the cap ramifications of a Russell Wilson? I read off the shit with Deshaun Watson yesterday. If they cut or trade him in any capacity, that's $150 million dead cap hit. So Alvin Kamara might go to the Broncos. Hey, that's fine. They do whatever the hell they want to do.
Bye. We good.
Wait, say on South Park. You can get out. That's all I say. But that's the one that's just crazy to me, man.
I'm not giving
I
up.
can't be trading no damn draft picks for no coach.
Yeah, he can be gone to hell with. I'm not trading no draft pick for no coach.
Hell
no. If it ain't John Madden, I don't want it.
Exactly.
Bye.
If it was Mike Tomlin, that's another story. If it was Mike Tomlin or somebody like that, that's another. That's one coach I would trade draft picks for. Outside that, no.
He put together good offenses, but like he's known for even having his offenses have been challenged. Like 1 year they can pass the ball. They can pass the ball, but they've all struggled with balance in Seattle and with New Orleans. Games they can run the ball, other games they can't run the ball. That's been the consistent thing with Sean Payton. Ever since he's with Bill Parcells, he's struggled with balance.
Mm-hmm. So the moral of the story, people, is we ain't like I said, I don't trade for coaches.
Yeah, you can kiss my behind. I'm good on that.
And the moral of this, the moral of, we're gonna go ahead and wind it down, man. Let's go ahead and wind this thing down. Let me go ahead and play a little music for the people in the back. Play a little bit of music.
Yeah,
I get my radio voice on.
He's coming up on that Suspension 2 album tomorrow for that fight. Somebody probably cat called Tia Cooper ass, and he went on ahead and started whooping somebody's ass for cat calling this girl. But we're gonna go ahead and wind it down, people. We definitely D. Kobe, shut the hell up. I'll give up a fourth for Coach Unchained pending a physical. Shut up. Come on, man. Coach retired, man. He's tired of coach.
So we definitely appreciate everybody tuning in to the 6-Man Combo. So you make sure you go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button, go ahead, subscribe to 6-Man K-Styles. Make sure you show some love for Mad Mike Sports as well. If you haven't, 99.9% of the time you have. But if you haven't, leave us a comment, give us feedback, tell us what you want. Tell us what you want us to talk about. So until next time, people. Oh yeah. Also, the moral of tonight's show is Tyler Huntley made the promo, y'all. So while we think on that, we ain't here to play.
Oh no.
We here to stay. You ain't gotta go home,
but you gotta get the hell up out of here.